Hey everyone, welcome to Data Millennials. I'm Atul and I'm super excited to talk about the numerical function ceiling in SQL. So let's move ahead and understand what exactly is this ceiling function and how we can use it in our SQL queries. So this ceiling function returns the smallest integer value that is greater than or equal to a number. And this ceiling function will be useful when you are using any kind of calculation in your SQL query. So I have a table here which basically provide us the detail about what late fees the student has to give and on which date they have submitted their fees. So let's run this query once. As you can see, we have roll number here and the transaction date on which the fees has been submitted. With fees, we also have the late fees amount here. Okay. So in order to use the ceiling function, let's take the average of fees of each and every student. Okay, so what we'll do is that we'll simply put select and then we'll put roll number and then we will add this fees plus this late fees because we have to get the entire fee amount as total fees, and then we will run this query. Okay, so we have an error because this is a typo mistake of fees. Okay, so let's run this query again. Okay, now I have 12 records and you can see that we have roll number 1 is repeating multiple times over here, right? And if we have to take the average, now what we have to do is that we have to take the average of total fees. So I'll consider this query as my subquery here and I'll put select and I'll put roll number, then average of total fees from this particular table this query, and then we'll group it by roll number. So you can either write group it by 1 or you can write group by roll number. So I'm putting 1 here. It will do the same thing. So now I'll run this query. Okay, there is an error saying that derived table. Okay, we have not given an alias, so I'll put the alias as A. Okay, now let's run this query. So we have an average amount here, right? And now you can see that we have a decimal point here. And in order to give you the proper explanation that how the ceiling works, let's divide this average by 7 right now so that we can have the decimal point numbers. Okay, so we have decimal point numbers here. Now if you want to get the smallest integer value which is greater than or equal to this particular number, then you can use this ceiling function. So in order to use the ceiling function, the syntax goes something like this, is that you have to put ceiling and then you will put your expression or your column and then you will close the bracket and you will put an alias for this calculated column. So I'm putting ceiling as example. And now if I run this query, I should get the smallest integer value that is greater than or equal to this number. So let's run this query now. There you go. In your output, all of those decimal points has been excluded and you are getting the smallest integer that is greater than or equal to this particular number. So this is how basically you use ceiling function in SQL. If you want to learn more about SQL, you can click on the right hand side of this video, or if you're interested in Excel, you can click on the left hand side of this video. Happy learning and see you in the next video.